Hello, I'm Dave Adam. I'm Chairman of the Scottish Fire Brigade Heritage Trust. We're here in the old Victorian fire station in Greenock, which now forms part of the Heritage Trust's Museum and Heritage Centre, depicting the history and heritage of the Fire Brigade in Greenock, the west of Scotland and Scotland in general. We're here in this particular year to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the Scottish Fire Service. The fire service, the first municipal fire service in the world, was started in 1824 in Edinburgh. The first fire chief was James Braidwood, who did an excellent job, so much so he was asked to establish the London Fire Brigade establishment, which later became the London Fire Brigade. So James Braidwood from Edinburgh formed both this first municipal fire brigade in Scotland and in England. He made a magnificent contribution to the firefighting techniques which laid the foundations to today's modern fire service. Unfortunately, in 1861, James Braidwood was killed at a fire in Tudley Street in London. So much so, his reputation was that Queen Victoria was informed of his death. To celebrate this, the Scottish Fire Brigade Heritage Trust are staging a charity concert in the Beacon Arts Centre in Greenock, which will feature the band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland, accompanied by pipers from the Army School of Piping. And the concert will be on the 13th of September at the Beacon Arts Centre at 7:30 in the evening. We're hoping for a good crowd of people in the audience, and anybody wishing to do can buy tickets at the Beacon Arts Centre through their box office or online.
Thank you, Dave.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Scottish Fire Brigade Heritage Trust, I'd like to welcome you to a charity concert at the Beacon Arts Centre here in Greenock. Before we start, I'd like to acknowledge a few of our invited guests we have here tonight. We have the Chief Officer of the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service, Ross Haggart, and we have the Provost of Inverclyde, Drew Mackenzie. We also have our sponsors here who, due to their generosity, have made this concert available and worthwhile, and so thank you for coming to sponsor this event. But last but no means least, I'd like to a special thank you to each and every one in the audience who's come along here to support this event. Thank you. Tonight we've got the band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. We're honoured and privileged that the band have come to play for us tonight. All the band members are serving soldiers in the British Army. And all proceeds from tonight's concert will go to the Scottish Fire Brigade Heritage Trust and the Army Benevolent Fund, the Soldiers' Charity. Tonight, our concert is to celebrate 200 years of the Scottish Fire Service. The very first fire service, municipal fire service in the world, was established in 1824 in Edinburgh. That was 200 years ago this year. And the first fire chief was James Braidwood. James Braidwood later went on to establish the London Fire Brigade, and he was an inspirational leader whose procedures and practices laid the foundation for today's modern fire service. Tonight's concert is dedicated to the 200 years of firefighting in Scotland and to the rich legacy that James Braidwood has left for us. The band have very kindly produced an evening of fire-themed music for our entertainment tonight. So the director of music of the band is Major Brendan Wheeler, who you'll see later this evening. But I'll hand you over to the band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland and their bandmaster, W2 Chris Brown.